always get asked as a technical or a professional in sustainability, what is sustainability? And of course, we would define it with those three critical pillars of social, environmental, and economic. And it's really important to always say that not one of those pillars overshadows the other. But what's sustainability to Kim? That's a good question, because everybody has a different definition. And I think that's one of the really beautiful things about sustainability is that those definitions, they're all okay, right? And they should all be encouraged, and they should all be welcomed. And that's really, that diversity of perspective is what's actually going to move the field forward.
I think it's like a balancing act. So you have all these kind of competing interests, but you also have these synergies. And so I think it's about finding the synergies and the win-wins between what's socially important, environmentally important, and economically important. And it's doing that in a way that, makes the operation viable at the moment, but also viable and thriving in the future.
I think of sustainability as being able to feed the world with as little resources as possible and as small an environmental footprint as possible, and being able to do that into the future so that the next generation can do the same thing.
If you're thinking always about how your actions today might affect the seventh generation, right? That's kind of what sustainability should be.
I think of sustainability as being how you make sure that the inputs that you have are there for the next generation and the next generation and the next generation. I have also been in situations, though, where we've looked at paragraphs and the word sustainability has been used up to 3 different ways in one paragraph. So I think that it is important to ask that question to make sure that when we're communicating that we're not just using the word, we're saying exactly what it is that we're talking about.
Environmental stewardship are a key part of sustainability. And then the social aspects of it, right? Social responsibility, the community aspects of sustainability. And that's near and dear to my heart because just seeing the importance of agriculture in communities in upstate New York and how it creates a thriving economy, right? Or in the absence of that, how it can really decimate an economy when that goes away. So that part of it. And then, of course, economics, which is super tied to all of those things.
Through my lens, and the things I'm interested in is making sure that all people have access to healthy, nutritious food, right, while being good stewards of our natural resources for the next generation. And finding ways to do that works within our societal norms.
To me, sustainability is making sure that we are aware of all of the components of running our businesses in the beef industry in a way that we can pass them along. And we're not deteriorating, we're actually improving them.
My best definition is ability to maintain, which is the dictionary definition. So I think if we can create methods or ways to maintain what we are doing, and maybe now I'm changing to improve what we are doing so our next generations can still produce and eating, I think the ability to maintain is probably the one that comes to my mind.
I would say manure is the connection to this circular bioeconomy. Because before I thought I'm the end of the food chain. Everyone feels like, this is the end of it and how I dispose it, how I manage it, how I engineer it. But eventually, if we treat the manure the best, it goes back. All goes to the soil and complete this circle. So sometimes I feel like maybe my work is important.
I kind of think of sustainability as a cycle of starting with healthy animals that then are able to produce safe and nutritious products for consumers. And then if the consumers are willing to pay the price that affords producers to keep producing the food, then we have that cycle.
It's not only about, in my case, producing milk. It's also about workers. It's also about environment. It's also about policy. It's also about economics, So
multidisciplinary approach to agriculture.
Yeah, and the cool thing about the AgNext is that we have all that skill sets in one single team, which is pretty unique.